not sure how often we'll do these, but I know I talked about GameStop already, so might as well do a kind of broadish, like, what the fuck is going on, right? I also need to stop swearing as much for monetization and pushing the shit outwards. God, I swear a lot. Oh my god. Okay, so what's going on the last 2 days? We talked on Wednesday about GameStop. We're looking at the overall SPY right now, the S&P 500. Yesterday was brutal for everybody. 1.25% down on the S&P 500, which is not the worst it's seen, obviously, but not very good. Considering most people's net worth is tied to the S&P 500, not great for you folks. Maybe I should put the screen on. Oh my god, it's annoying when I do that. Here we go. 1.25% down, but we are having a massive rally today. I'm really looking at Bitcoin with that rally, but the S&P's up. The 1.5 erasing all losses from yesterday, and we're not far away, 1.5% from the top. Not far away from the top at all. So, no need to worry. It has been flat since, when do you consider flatness? We'll say October 25th-ish. Roughly October. It's been kind of just in this range, 675 to 700. Just kind of bouncing around there. Again, not the worst thing ever. There was a dividend, which is $2 for $600. And this dividend, I guess, comes out every 3 months. What is that? Is that 0.3%? What a shit dividend, honestly. 0.3%. Is this like 1% a year? A little bit more? God damn. God damn. Moving on, Bitcoin fucking got killed yesterday. 14% down. Hella down from the all-time high. Where are we at? Let's see where we went to. Minus 50, let's call it 53% from the top. Brutal. Currently down 44.75 from the top, and that's because we're just fucking crushing it today with 11% up. I will say, we have this beautiful rainbow chart here that has, when do you say it was established? Would you say it was established at the bottom? We could say the bottom, I guess. I don't know when it was established, but we entered it in 2017. Mid 2017 we entered it. There's the top at around 20-ish thousand. Hit the bottom at 3,000 whatever. And now we're kind of just ranging in here. There was this, but we're going to ignore that. It was kind of just ranging here. And if it holds true, we almost touched the bottom of it yesterday. Or I guess today. Yeah, there was some down today, this morning, I guess, before America woke up. It did almost touch it. Would have been almost nice to touch it, but let's see. If the 4-year cycle, do I have that shit up here? I do. If the 4-year cycle is still in play here, and how close was I here? Not incredibly close, but close enough. If the 4-year cycle, so you can see these lines here on the bottom, if the 4-year cycle is still in play, we have until roughly October, November until we bottom out. And the bottom, on here is 78,000. So, is the bottom the bottom? Is the bottom the bottom if we go all the way down to, let's say, 58,000? I don't know. But yeah, we're it's a steep decline. For some reason, it's actually kind of almost, I don't want to use the A word, alarming, but it is interesting how much it's fallen so quickly. Just like, let's look at this. So since here to here, and I am going to use the bottom, went down 50% in 124 days. In the previous cycles, it took, where are we going? 182 days to get to 54, and 383, which makes sense. That's how the 4-year cycle works. 383 days to get to the bottom at minus 77%ish. Minus 77%. Previous cycle, let's see here. Top to 50% was, I mean, it was really fast because it went up a lot, right? Jesus, 54% in just 2 months. That's crazy. But yeah, again, the bottom, 366 days. So maybe it's not as alarming. It kind of is. I don't know. For the difference between now and the 2017, 2018 bear is Bitcoin is supposed to be a little bit more well established at this point, significantly more money in it at this point. So that's I don't know. It's kind of weird almost. Yeah, it's kind of weird. I guess it's really a matter of there's no buyers. There's no buyers. There was a shitload of volume yesterday. Where were we at yesterday? 78,000 Bitcoin were traded yesterday when the average right now is 20,000. So almost 4x. Yeah, just not enough buyers at this. But clearly there were buyers right now, up 10%, which is nuts. And the Bitcoin related stocks, Master, MicroStrategy, or just Strategy, up 20% today. CleanSpark, which I think is, I believe they're kind of tied to, are they a Bitcoin thing? Or do just Bitcoin people think about it? Look at this analyst rating, strong buy, with the 1-year price target at $22. But technical say sell it. Get rid of it. Sell it. What is it? CleanSpark is a Bitcoin mining technology company. Okay, so it is definitely, they be mining. Also up 20%. If I go, yeah, what else do we got? Mara's up 20%, but they took a fucking haircut yesterday. Down 20% yesterday on Mara. Marathon Holdings Group, XYZ. One chart I saw that just looks atrocious. It's 21. We'll see what they can do. I mean, I don't know, dude. I was all about Jack Mallers and that group, but I've read some bullshit about them. Really about what's his face? Cantor Fitzgerald or something, like some conspiracy theory shit. Whatever. We'll see what happens. I think I have a bitter taste because I owned the stock at one point and I don't own it today, and thank God for that because I did not own it anywhere near 655. Significantly higher. So we'll see what happens with them. They're up only 11%. They're just tracking Bitcoin, and it's probably because they're not doing shit. Right? Fucking Ripple, dude. Ripple went down 20% yesterday. Up 24% today. What a fucking dumb coin. Also, why is this the earliest? 2023. I just have the wrong pair up, I guess, or whatever. I saw some rumblings about, not Riot, Hood. Hood is not doing well. Jesus Christ, it went up to 144? I feel like I was trading it when it was down here. Do I have any drawings on here? I fucking was. This is where I was trading it. $13. Oh, man. Should have stuck with that one, probably. Probably should have stuck with that one. Still up big, though. Hood's doing fine. And the start of the show, what I want to talk about. GameStop. GameStop is hanging out above the trend line, and I like that. I would love for it to close strong today. Obviously for my position, but mainly because that weekly candle, it would be nice if it was just a solid, a good solid green weekly candle. That would probably be good for the stock. For the technicals, I think for the technicals, that would be pretty decent for the stock. And where are we at with that shit? I feel like, yeah, okay, technical, strong buy, analyst rating, neutral. I would like to see, what is this? I've never clicked on this. Oh, okay, it's one analyst rating that says hold. Okay. I wonder why aren't people talking about it? Why is there only one analyst rating? How many are there? Okay, Bitcoin doesn't count, I guess. Let's go with MSTR. Analyst rating, strong buy, huh? Wow. 14 say strong buy. 1 says buy. 2 say hodl. 2 say hodl. The max being a $705 target. Average being $370. Interesting. Odd? I don't know. Is it odd? It's kind of odd. Why wouldn't more analysts... I don't know. It's odd to me because I'm in it, right? But I'm sure if you don't have a bias, then it makes sense, possibly, why you wouldn't want to do a financial thing on GameStop. I wonder if it has... I wonder how much the super stonk community has turned off analysts from making any public remarks as to where GameStop might be going. I'd imagine a lot. My contrarian... It's not... I don't know if it's... Is it... Let me say it, and then you can decide. I am not a big fan of being a part of a group. And that just shows itself time and time and time again. I do not enjoy the super stonk community for GameStop. I do not enjoy the Bitcoiners for Bitcoin. I find all of these communities to be very annoying, generally pretty toxic, and blind to anything that's not their thing. It's just, and that's true with all things. I don't like sports. I fucking hate sports. I think it's silly. But in general, I really just find team sport, like I just find fans of teams fucking cringy, dude. Hella cringy. For that reason, it's exact same shit. I know some folks that are fans of a horrible football team. I actually know two groups of people, both fans of two terrible football teams. And every year, this is our year, Doc. This is our year. Get a new team. This is ridiculous. You guys are rooting on losers. Yeah. But I found that being a part of these groups really blinds you. When I was in the super stonk community, very blinded to the realities of what happens at a company. I never got super into I was kind of into the Bitcoin thing, but honestly, very quickly, I think because of my time in super stonk, I realized I don't want to be a part of this whole blind faith shit anymore. And that was very clear when Bitcoiners were just like really heavily saying everything goes to zero against Bitcoin. And it's just like, yeah, I like over the long term and like whatever, that's true. But for the love of God, like some of them treat it like buying the S&P 500 with your 401k is a death sentence, and you're going to be working forever by doing that. I don't think that's fucking true at all. It really closes the idea to like that there's going to be Bitcoin companies that will be a part of the S&P 500. Like they like don't seem to like correlate that at all. That yeah, Bitcoin's great, sure. Maybe everything goes to zero against Bitcoin, sure. But if the S&P 500 is made up of, let's say, 20% stocks that either work on Bitcoin or just own Bitcoin in the treasury, and so like when Bitcoin goes up, the stock price of those stocks go up, like how would your 401k not be growing somewhat with Bitcoin if that were the case? Like, explain that to me, Bitcoin nerds. So that's where we're at. Right now, I mean, it's a longish play with the GameStop thing. So nothing too new. It's staying above the line here, the imaginary line that all technical analysis people tend to draw and shit. So see what happens here. But that's Market Watch for Friday. Look at that S&P 500 going up 1.5%. Whoo! I don't even know what happened. I don't know why it's going up so much. I mean, did any information come out today or something? Or something? Here, let's see. Where's the calendar? How do I go to a calendar on this bitch? How do I go on a calendar on this thing? Where is it? I need to learn TradingView again. It has been a minute. Calendar? Go to, that's a date thing. Oh. Whoa. Calendars. Economic calendar. That's what we want. Economic calendar for Friday. Unemployment rate, maybe. Oh, that's nice. Okay, unemployment rate. The expected is 6.8%, but only 6.5. So we're killing it. Oh, that's Canada. Who gives a fuck about Canada, dude? The Michigan consumer sentiment is higher though. Is that good? I never know if things are good or bad. What about next week? What do we have to look forward to the 9th through the 15th? Anything? Inflation in China. Unemployment rate, non-farm payrolls, existing home sales, core inflation rate. There we go. All the inflation shit next Friday. Doom and gloom time, babies. We'll see what happens there. But that is a wrap for Market Watch.